Hey guys, thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be going through my full body calisthenics workout that I'm going to be using for strength and size. I'm going to be going through my warm up, different exercises I'm doing, rest times, reps, sets, everything you could possibly do. So if you guys want to copy the workout I'm doing, you're going to have all the information you need. So at the moment, I'm doing a warm up. I'm getting a little bit older. The gym is very, very cold. I'm having to take more time warming up now. I'm using a band here to do some rows to kind of get my back muscles working and also start working on that scapular retraction and the movement within the scapula. And I'm also doing some rotator cuff work here as well because I want to make sure I want to reduce the risk of injury and I want to improve my performance. And doing some rotator cuff work, strengthening it, warming it up is going to be a good thing. So obviously make sure you do both sides when you're doing unilateral work. I'm using the easiest band just to get started. Now I'm moving to the thicker band where it's a little bit more challenging. I'm having to work harder. I'm really trying to focus on the lats. I'm really trying to pull through and I'm really trying to work on retracting that shoulder blade because I really want to get them work. Again, if you want to unlock true strength when it comes to your back training, you need to unlock strength and control of your scapula. So this is a great way of doing it. Again, when we're warming up, we want to get the synovial fluid going, we want to get our temperature up, our heart rate up, we want to get our muscles warm, but we also want to try learning and getting through movement and sort of reinforcing what the movement is. This is just basically just trying to kind of replicate in a way with a band the movement of the pull-up. I'm just trying to warm up that movement and try and do it from an elevated position, what I'm going to be doing in a pull-up, to really focus on pulling down with the lats and also squeezing with the shoulder blades to really kind of warm up for that movement. I'd also recommend that do some actual body weight sort of pull-ups to build up for the movement. So again, build up and get efficient within the movement and you will perform better. I'm going to do a few more rows as a way of progressing up to it, really focusing on what I'm doing with the scapula to really prep myself for the workout, and then I'm going to finish up with some bodyweight rotator cuff. I have to really finish off and get those shoulders warm and really turn on those muscles so I know that my upper body is ready for all the exercises that we're going to be doing. It's going to be quite a lot of exercises that we're going to be hitting. We're going to be hitting the body from everywhere. A lot of compound exercises. We want to make sure that the shoulder joints are warmed and ready for what's about to come. Because it's full body, we also need to make sure that we warm up the legs, and I think a great little exercise to do is going to be the Bulgarian split squat. I've sped this up a little bit because obviously when you're doing legs, a lot of reps come in and it's going to make the video longer, but I'm just trying to go through this motion here of really trying to focus on getting the quads working, getting the hamstrings going, getting the glutes going, playing around with the position, also getting a little bit of a stretch in the bottom of the hip flexor. Again, I sit quite a bit when I'm at the computer, so actually this is quite nice to get a little bit of a stretch in hip flexor so I can try and get better within the movement. Again, a couple of the leg exercises we're going to be doing, it's going to be handy to have that. So I'm just going through the motion, getting it warm, getting the muscles fired up and warmed up. If you want to perform better, make sure you warm up well, and also make sure you warm up and prep for the exercises that are going to be coming. So this is going to allow you to perform better and get into it. So what are the exercises and how are they broken up? So this first movement we're going to be doing, I'm trying to get back into doing muscle ups. So I'm going to start off my pull-ups with a muscle up. Then I'm going to be moving into explosive chest to bar pull-ups because I've been playing around with trying to get back into maybe doing muscle ups or maybe eventually leading up to a slow muscle up. This is going to be the first exercise that we're doing, and I'm doing sets of 5. I'm working between the 5 and 8 rep range. Once I can hit 8 reps, I will progress it either by doing pause or maybe adding weight. I'm not sure where I'm going to go with that. The second exercise is going to be a kind of a cross between a step up and a pistol squat while using a box. What's happening is I'm doing the pull-ups and then I'm resting 90 seconds and then I'm going straight into these exercises, hence kind of a superset. This is about allow me to get in more work and make sure I get enough rest in between sets while also speeding up. This I'm really trying to focus on trying to go deep. I don't have the best ankle mobility. My left ankle is far worse than my right, but the upright that I'm using here is not so much to help me get up, it's more to stop me from going backwards. And again, my ankle mobility is worse, so it's far harder for me to get my knees to track over my toes and go beyond, which is very important when trying to do a pistol squat. So the upright is just to stop me from falling backwards. The priority is to get my legs working. I want to build muscle and get stronger, so I don't mind I have to use the post to be able to do that. This is now moving on to the second set, and obviously again I'm trying to work on that muscle up, and I think one of the best ways to do the muscle up is to work on being explosive and using your power to get yourself up over the bar as opposed to working on momentum. So again here I'm trying to be explosive. It may not seem like I'm pulling up particularly fast, but to me it feels explosive, and obviously I'm pulling to sort of lower chest to be able to work on that. Again, if you can pull yourself up to sort of sternum or even your stomach, To pop yourself a bit over to do a muscle up is going to be far easier. Second set of the legs, again, I'm just using that thingy to kind of make it so I'm not falling backwards. I'm really trying to focus on getting a good controlled movement, make sure my knees are tracking over my toes, and I can really feel it in my quads. If you haven't tried this exercise, I highly recommend giving it a go. If you are working on calisthenics, you don't want to use weight, it's a really great exercise, and especially if you do it on the box, it takes the factor of, again, the ground is no longer in the way. You can use your other leg to come down. And for some people that have tight hamstrings, you cannot get your legs out in front of you to be able to do that. Box kind of gets around that. I might progress them by turning the box up on its side so I can go a little bit deeper, but at the moment I'm finding these quite challenging, and maybe when I get to 8 reps, I'll up it. This is my last set of the muscle ups, and by now I'm pretty fatigued, so my muscle up this set isn't the best. A little bit of leg swing there, kind of, and there's a little bit of turkey arm going on, which I'm not happy with. But again, I'm fatigued. This is the first time I've tried doing this rest period. Normally I'll do a set and I'll rest 3 minutes straight, move on to another exercise, or repeat the same exercise. So with this only resting 90 seconds, I'm not used to doing it, but I'm willing to make that sacrifice of maybe slightly less performance to make my workouts quicker, and then I can possibly get in more work in a certain given time. So again, I'm resting 90 seconds and I'm going straight into the pistol squats, and this is the final set of them, and this first superset will be over. And on average, each of the supersets, it's going to be 3 of them today, they're taking between 10 and 12, maybe even 15 minutes, which is quite good. So I can get all of it done in 45 minutes, including a warm-up and a few other little sets, maybe an hour if you want to add in a few exercises. So it's a really effective workout to get in volume and exercises and intensity in only an hour. At the moment, I'm doing this workout just twice a week, because 2 other days a week I'm just dedicated to cardio. So it's 4 total weekly sessions, but I'm doing this resistance session, then cardio, then a day off, and then I repeat. So in some cases, I might be getting 5 workouts in a week. But this at the minute is a pretty good exercise for hitting your legs. So guys, I hope you give it a go, and let me know what you think in the comment section down below. The second superset we're going to be doing is ring dips, and similar to the pull-ups, I'm starting this up and getting into position by doing a ring muscle up. I definitely think ring muscle ups are an easier exercise to use than the bar muscle up. It's definitely easier to learn, and it's easier to do it slower, but it's a fantastic exercise to learn, and I'm adding it in for a little bit of fun. I'm focusing as well, trying to get on the ring turnout as well, and I'm really enjoying doing that. And again, when you first do the ring muscle up, it's giving me a little bit of swing, and I'm having to fight that, so that challenge is quite good to add in, but it's a great exercise to use. This is a GHD, or glute ham developer. This is a great exercise to do if you want to work on your posterior chain and your hamstrings. You may notice that this isn't, I guess, the most technical, the right way to be able to do this movement, but the reason why my hands are there is because 6 days ago, that little curved treadmill that you see next to you on one of my cardio days, I thought it'd be a good idea after doing my cardio to see what it'd be like to do some sprints on that. And sadly, I felt a little bit of a tweak in my left hamstring. So my hands are on the pad there to give me a little bit of safety, a little bit of assurance that if I feel anything, my hands are there to sort of assist so I don't make the injury worse. I was doing this exercise before and I am really enjoying it, and I don't want to fall back because of an injury, so this allows me to moderate it so I can still do it, still benefit it while reducing the risk of injury. So we're on our second set, and again, the ring muscle up is definitely far easier, and the ring turned out just puts a little bit of extra load on the chest. It puts it under a stretch, and it just makes it a little bit more challenging to kind of keep it stable, because the easier thing when it comes to rings is trying to keep it as close to your body as you possibly can. Turning those rings out and kind of pushing them out makes it far more challenging, and we can really stress the chest even harder. Second set of these, and for any of you that have never tried them, I highly recommend them. It's a great exercise to work on your hamstrings. You may have seen the base bench review that I did, which allows you to do Nordic curls at home. I've got the base bench Pro has arrived. I will be doing a review on that as well, and a comparison video between the 2 base benches to let you know which one is the best one for basically doing leg training at home if you're doing calisthenics, and allowing you to do Nordic curls at home. This is a nice combination where it allows you to kind of do your hyperextensions in one, and you can adjust the platform where your feet go, so you can also do these hamstring curls. I'm still playing around with where the best place to put the plate is and where my feet are, but at the minute I'm just glad that I'm able to do some work while I've got this little niggle on my hamstring, and it hasn't stopped me from being able to progress with it. We're moving to the final set, and again, I think like my muscle ups there are starting to strain a little bit. I'm starting to get that fatigue, but the dips are feeling really good and they're feeling really strong. And again, the ring turned out, again, for any of you who've never tried it, it is a lot more challenging than it looks. And again, I'm kind of not holding it for as long as I like. Again, I think it's I'm trying to get through the set and I'm feeling the fatigue of it, but it is a really good thing to add in. And definitely my chest is feeling the effects, especially from only having the 90 seconds rest. It's 3 minutes altogether, so each time I'm redoing the dips, I am technically having 3 minutes rest in between, but you'll be surprised, especially when you're doing upper body, lower body, and you get that kind of peripheral heart training. It doesn't always feel like you're getting a full rest, because as soon as you finish set, yeah, you got 90 seconds, but then all that blood is being forced to your legs to allow you to work out, and you're not really in a way kind of getting a break like that. But I'm willing to make that sacrifice to be able to have a quicker workout and to be able to get more stuff in. So this is obviously going to be the final set of this superset, and it's definitely a nice combination of upper body, lower body, and working the body from different angles. And it's nice to get something that hits the posterior chain directly. So moving to the third superset, we're starting off with handstand push-ups. And I know for any of you would probably say I should be doing it the other way. However, I'm not interested in learning the freestanding handstand push-up. I want to have something that's quick and easy and safer for me to be able to pop in and out. So I do it this way. I haven't done handstand push-ups for a very, very long time, and obviously doing it as my third superset, I'm quite fatigued already from the dips, but the actual handstand push-ups felt pretty good. What I'm super excited here with is ring rows, but with a pause. I really want to focus on getting that scapula. I really want to focus on that mid back. I really want to focus on that pause and really strengthen those muscles. In this workout, I'm not doing any direct arm work. The dips and handstand push-ups will work my triceps, and the rows and the pull-ups will work my biceps. But what's great about this is I'm really having to squeeze my arm flexors and my biceps and my forearms to hold those rings close to my body. So my arms are really getting fired up here. Second set of the handstand push-ups, I have to play around with. Again, I haven't done handstand push-ups for a while. I have to play around with getting the right distance from the wall, because I'm getting a bit of a curve in my back there, which I don't like. But it's nice to be able to do them again. It's nice again with this. I'm hitting the pushing muscles from a vertical plane. The dips, I was hitting it from a horizontal. This allows me to get vertical work. With the pull-ups, I was doing vertical work, and with the rows, I'm getting horizontal work. So there's a nice balance there. The pistol squats, you're getting more, I would say, quad focused. And then obviously the GHDs allow you to get more hamstring posterior chain. So again, this workout allows to get full body, but you're hitting the body from different angles as well. So again, there isn't really much being missed in this. In all of these exercises, you may be thinking I'm not doing any direct core work. In all of this stuff, you should be contracting your core. So again, your core is going to get worked in that way, in sort of a functional aspect. So here, I'm really trying to focus on squeezing the shoulder blades and actually starting off in a protracted position. And I'm trying to really focus on retracting those shoulder blades and getting that movement in and really hitting that mid back. So I kind of found the 2 sets of 5 on the handstand push-ups a little bit too easy. And I thought, all right, let's try a progression. Let's try and see if I can increase the range of motion and see how this feels. This is the first time I've done a handstand push-up. So again, I'm playing around with this, and I was very surprised how much harder just this maybe 3-4 inches made. I wasn't able to hit my sets of 5, but it was nice, and I still am going to benefit from it. I went to failure and I pushed myself, and now I can kind of gauge what my handstand push-up strength is, especially this late on into the workout, what I'm capable of doing. So here I wanted to show a quick close-up of what's going on with my scapula, because again, a strong scapula is going to make your pulling exercises, your performance in it, far better, and it's going to make it safer for your shoulders too. So I'm just showing how we've got the protraction and the retraction, and then we pull. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. All details of this workout will be in the video description below, but if you need more information, please comment down below. This workout will allow you to build strength and size while using calisthenics, and you don't need to be at a gym to be at it. You can do it at home. I'll see you guys in the next one.